The floor to the representative of the Russian Federation.
Madam President, we thank the Special Representative of the Secretary-General, James Swan, and also the Special Representative of the African Union, Francisco Madeira, for their detailed briefings. We welcome the participation in today's meeting of the Permanent Representative of Somalia to the UN, Abuhar Dahir Osman. We've also studied the most recent Secretary-General's report. We congratulate our Somali colleagues on the successful parliamentary and presidential elections and the official entry into office of today of President Hassan Sheikh Mohammed. We welcome the contribution made by AMISOM, ATMIS, and by you personally, Mr. Swan, in achieving this result. We hope that the authorities of the country will soon be able to form a new federal government and will concentrate on resolving the tasks of building a state and dealing with urgent problems, including the fight against terrorism and overcoming the consequences of an unusual drought. We call on our Somali colleagues to devote greater attention to security issues. We are seriously concerned by the notable activity of the Al-Shabaab group against the background of elections, not only in the regions but also in the capital. There was an incursion into the safe zone of the international airport in Mogadishu in March, and there was also an attack on the Burundi contingent in ATMIS in El Baraf at the beginning of May. This is evidence of the fact that Al-Shabaab is increasing its potential. Madam President, we hope that the African Union Transition Mission in Somalia, which in March received unanimous support from the Security Council, will cope with the objectives that on its agenda so that ultimately it will allow Mogadishu to take on complete responsibility for security in the country. We are convinced in saying this that the effectiveness of the mission's work will in many ways depend on the sustainable financing for African peacekeepers. As before, we believe that the transfer of responsibility to the Somali army should take place gradually depending on the real situation on the ground. In the current conditions where there is still a terrorist threat, it would be too early to talk about ending the transition mission. We call on the United States, international and regional partners to continue to assist Somalia while complying with the sovereignty, territorial integrity and political independence of the country and without any meddling in its domestic affairs. We believe that there is a way of improving the effectiveness of international assistance, and that would be the quality strategic review of the activities of the mission headed by you, Mr. Swan, the Special Political Mission, and we're ready to provide any necessary assistance in this work. Thank you very much.
I thank the representative from the Russian Federation for her statement. And